What up, YouTube? So this is going to be part 3 of the k20z1 CRX SI, and today it's time to prep and get this thing ready. So I'm going to take out these mounts right here. As you can see, this bracket's going to have to get the spot welds drilled out, and then some of this harness we're going to be tucking back in and bringing inside of the car. We'll probably be taking out this AC condenser box, all this right here, and just making it look a lot nicer, so when we start dropping the motor in, it looks clean in here, because this car is kind of a mess. But once it's all cleaned up, it'll look nice and everything. So just gonna start deleting everything we don't need. Probably take out this line, since we're going with the Hush Performance hydro cable conversion. Other than that, just trying to make everything look nice and everything before we drop the motor in here. So also going to drop the exhaust and anything that we're just not going to need, and clean everything up. We're going to take these off as well because we got traction bars. So we'll maybe mount that up, do a little work on the radiator to see how we're going to mock that up into there as well. And yeah, just little stuff. We're going to see which speed sensor we're gonna run, since I thought the one I could use from the D series was gonna work, but I guess not. So we'll be running a speed converter and probably a JDM cluster in this car. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and just start moving these mounts, some brackets, stuff that I don't need, and even the throttle cable's not gonna work on here either, so take that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out, and then we'll come back and show you what we did. All right, so now that we're back, we got a couple things taken apart. Got that rear mount off, throttle cable, our cable for the transmission is out of here. The mount over here is gone. Everything is basically ready to get cleaned up. I took all the little extra like insulation out too, from the back here and on the hood. I also took off the little brackets where the traction bars are going to be at. So right now it's time to start cleaning everything up, and then once it's all clean and looks good, we'll start going inside, disconnect the glove box and take out the AC condenser, and start I might tuck the fuse box. I'm still debating on that, so we're going to get that going, and then probably take this off and relocate it over here, since the K motor will be right here. And then after it's all cleaned up, then we'll go ahead and show you where the spot welds are at on this bracket. So we're going to drill this out as well, so we can get ready to drop the motor in and get it all prepped for the bracket. I got the innovative mounts, so we can line all that up to show you what you need to do to mock it up. So you have to weld it. This side on the CRX you have to weld it. EGs, EKs, DCs you don't have to, but EF you do. So we'll get that mocked up in a little bit. But yeah, the exhaust is kind of seized on here, so we'll do that later as well. So right now we're gonna go ahead and give it a good clean up this hood and get rid of all this extra stuff, so it looks a lot nicer when we drop the engine in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start knocking this out. All right, so now we are back. You can see the actual black from the paint now. It's a lot cleaner. Still got a little bit more cleaning to do, but for now this will do until we do the last detail. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking out this AC condenser, which is located behind the glove box. So what we're gonna do is, I believe these are 8mm bolts. I'm gonna take those out. These might be 10mm, I guess. So this is a 10 at least. And then there's a 10 right here. A couple up there, 2 right there. We're most likely gonna delete this box and just put the delete, so it'll still have heater, but it won't have AC anymore. So we're gonna delete that as well. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and start taking out this box. And then we're gonna come back and we're also going to relocate this bracket and try to put it somewhere over here. Like I said, since the K motor will be sitting all right here, so all this has to get deleted. And actually now this is kind of clean. I can show you where the spot welds are. So there's 1 right here, 2 right here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I believe there's 12 spot welds. So those are all the spot welds you need to drill out in order for you to take this bracket out. So we'll be doing that a little later, but right now my main focus is to just start clearing all this up to see what we're going to use. I'm also going to delete this harness from the AC, so I'll be taking that apart as well, and then maybe tucking whatever we don't need back inside, and just trying to make it look as clean as possible. So there's all you see is the K motor when we drop it in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out right now, and then we'll come back and show you what else we need to do to make sure everything is prepped for this car. All right, so now that we're back, I'm gonna show you what I did. So I went ahead and tucked out the fuse box. So the fuse box is gonna be inside now. I think it's just gonna look a lot cleaner once we have the K-series in here. Ran all the wires back inside, so all the tucking is all gonna, I'll re-clean all this up with some black tape. But yeah, I did that. I get the brake booster and move the lines over so it's out of the way. I'll probably take off this bracket, but I don't have the, it's like a T30 with a hole inside, and my T30s don't have one or whatever, so I have to figure that out. Maybe switch the bracket around or see what we can do. But I know if you take this bracket off, this proportion valve comes apart, so that's why I have this right here. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the tool to take the bolts off right now, so just gonna leave it like that for how it is. It still looks pretty clean. So now that I got all that ran in, let me show you what it looks like inside. So this is gonna be kind of temporary for now. I mean, I'm not sure if the other box is gonna be able to fit in like this, but it should be cool for now. So these are the harness plugs I believe we're gonna be using from our, I believe, hybrid racing. So let me show you that. I just opened that up actually. So this is it right here. It's a pretty basic harness. So as far as I see, I know this is gonna be going to the engine harness. This is gonna go to the ECU, which is your E-plug. And this looks like it's just gonna go to the plug with the cover over it. And I'm sure this is like TAC. This looks like MIL, check engine light, probably fan for this one. And this is gonna be temperature for this one. Yeah, so it's simple harness. This is your O2 sensor. DLC plug for check engine lights, and this is your relay. So real simple harness. Compared to other harnesses I've seen, it's pretty decent to wire up. So looks like this wire and this wire are just gonna go together, and the others are just gonna be ran to the TAC, the speedometer, and these two to the ECU and the engine harness. So the engine harness is gonna come through here as well. We'll bolt up to that and the ECU, and then this one will go to the other side of the ECU, and that's it. This is a really simple harness that Hybrid made, so that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and just attach that for now. Let's see if I can get it attached real fast. Yeah, very simple. So that's done. Everything else, like as far as these two, I'll probably tuck in over here to make it a little cleaner, tuck it behind there. And that'll be it for the wiring for today until we get the engine dropped in, and then we'll wire up the cluster. Still gonna have to figure out how we're gonna run the speed sensor, since this is an 89. The speed sensor is a little different from the one that I've been seeing on the videos I've been watching. So as far as that, right now, we're just gonna go ahead and get to taking the exhaust off completely, because someone actually welded the bolt in the back. So we have to drop that completely down, and then we'll come back, have this off and ready to show you how to get that on, and then that'll probably be it for today. as far as the brake prepping of a CRX. So we'll go ahead and get that exhaust off, knock this mount off right here by, like I said, drilling out these spot welds. There's about 12 of them. And then other than that, that'll be it for this video. And then the next one will be installing the bracket, installing the motor to see the clearance for the headers and everything, and go forward from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out real fast and then we'll come back. All right, so as you can see, we got the bracket off the frame, all cleaned up, ready for the innovative bracket we're gonna be using for the mount install. So that'll all be the next video. We'll be showing you how to prep everything and actually get the motor installed. I'm just waiting for the transmission to come in, hopefully this weekend, and we can get everything mounted up and start doing the headers, mount the radiator, and do whatever else we need to do. So if you haven't, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you guys think. If you want to hit me up on Instagram, it's KSeriousWorks. You can hit me up on my email as well at honda.mike1988@gmail.com. And stay tuned, guys. Got the hatch coming in the next video with the K20 Type R, and the MR2 Spider should be getting finished up as well. So until then, I'll see you guys next time.